flashing. And when you play the game, I'm the early in the morning, time to get it in. Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing. They saying fools rush in, but I'm coming with a passion. I'm
trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking.
I like to get it poppin'. It's funny, I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face, don't make a break in the Golden State.
Ain't no tossing in, turning on time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama
and give it my all of
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues.
Or I can sit back and just watch the news.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me.
I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy.
It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show started. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we came to do. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do? The Lord's work. It's never ending. Never ends.
And I can't escape it.
Right.
It's like deja vu. It's me, Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up these rats. I'm like the Terminator screaming.
I'll be back.
It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class.
It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva.
You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass.
Cars in the garage. Yeah. Good morning.
Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off. Here she goes.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days. That shit was radical.
And it snuggles right there.
I'm like, you've gone.
Zeus is going way off the rails. Cut it out. Yeah, it is like deja vu. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, DJ, go ahead and kill the music. What up, DJ? I see you out there, brother. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know what we came here to do. The Lord's work, all right? But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let's take care of some housekeeping items, all right? I know there's somebody out there that's never ran across me, and I got to make sure they understand who I am. For those of you who do not know who I am, good morning, Jess. I go by the name Zeus right there, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honesty, all right? I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me, all right? I promise to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm the most humble person on social media. There's nobody more humble than me. Listen, if I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately. All right. And then the last and final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Listen, many are called, but only few are chosen. And ladies and gentlemen, I am the chosen one. Listen, I'm the real McCoy. All right. And so with that being said, let's get started. You know what we came to do. Many of you are very familiar with what we do on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do over here is very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. And by the way, there's a lot of dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds going on in on the Republican Party, especially the MAGA Republicans, all right? And so listen up. Trump supporters or anybody that votes for Donald Trump. You know, you got these folks out here calling themselves independents, but then they secretly ain't gonna cast their votes for Donald Trump. You're not an independent, you're MAGA. Anybody that votes for Donald Trump is MAGA. Case closed. It's non-negotiable. We don't debate it, all right? If you don't like the facts, like my good friend Brother Swervin likes to say, you're lactose intolerant. That means you're allergic to the facts. You know, you have an allergic reaction if you're exposed to the facts. You might want to leave this live and go on about your miserable morning, all right? Go hang out with those fake TikTok hosts, right? You know who they are, those fake TikTok lawyers. You know, I have a friend, his name is Snuggles, right? You know who he is?
Struggle bubbles.
Yeah, this guy?
Struggle pancakes. Struggle honey buns.
Yeah, go hang out with him.
Yeah. He's a struggler.
Yeah. He's a struggler. Thank you, Lisa. You go hang out with him and he'll lie to you because guess what? A lot of you fake TikTok hosts and you content creators, I know the secret now. You got your degree from Snuggles University, and Snuggles got his degree from Trump University, and you all know how that ended. It came crashing down. You have zero credibility with Zeus. The best advice I could give all of you Trump supporters who come in and listen to this show, the best advice I could give you, thank you, Mr. Satan, all right? The best advice I could give you is this. Here, come a little closer, MAGA. Come a little closer. You know, Snuggles likes to get all up in the camera. MAGA, come a little closer. Do me a huge favor, all right? Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? You just might learn something, okay? I'm teaching you. You Trump supporters don't know a thing. And this is some sick stuff you guys have gotten the country into. All right, good morning, Johnny Stern. It's some sick stuff these MAGA demons have gotten this country into, all right? And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with today's show. All right? Now, you know, this is some sick stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is some sick stuff MAGA has found themselves in once again. And it's only folks like us, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Democrats out there and those who actually care about democracy. We're really the only ones that can save this country from itself. These Trump supporters have clearly lost it. All right, and so before I go deeper into this, I want to make sure you Trump supporters understand this about Zeus. I used to be a lot nicer when I talked to you. I really did. If you could go ask all the little MAGA demons on TikTok, but I cannot be nice to you anymore. Not after this comment. Not after this comment. Oh, no. Especially after this comment. All right, see, and so I want to give you a bit of a warning. The gloves are off, all right?
Everyone knows he's, and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The gloves are off, MAGA, and the jar is open. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know when the gloves came off? When you started that birther conspiracy nonsense. And you want to know when the jar got opened? On January 6th. All right? So I have no problem, ladies and gentlemen, sending these Trump supporters who are possessed with the MAGA demon, especially you, Gary, especially you, Jimmy. I have no problem sending them straight to the pits of hell where they belong. All right? And I want you all to join me in helping me do it. So let's start off today's show with the most deranged situation MAGA is in now. At a rally this weekend in Dayton, Ohio, former president, I actually hate having to put the word president behind this guy's name, all right? Behind anywhere near here, I actually hate to say it. Defendant Donald Trump. Can we say defendant Donald Trump, right? Defendant Donald Trump criticized China for building electric vehicles in Mexico with the intent of selling those cars to Americans. Trump, who had been indicted for allegedly participating in an insurrection on the Capitol on January 6, 2021, said that if he is not reelected in November, get this, he said if he's not reelected in November, there's going to be a bloodbath. Okay, let's listen to what this tycoon said, ladies and gentlemen. This seditionist, treasonous traitor.
I'm not going to be able to sell those guns if I get elected. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine.
You know what? And so we all know that this same kind of rhetoric, this is the same kind of rhetoric that led to the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, when Donald Trump and his MAGA soldiers, these new modern day Confederate soldiers, because you know Donald Trump is the modern day Jefferson Davis, they put a dagger at the throat of our democracy. So now, if he doesn't get reelected, it's going to be a bloodbath, according to Donald Trump. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the members in his cult, all right, members like Laura Nasty Trader Loomer, who somehow thinks Donald Trump is funny. Listen to what she says. Trump loyalist Laura Trader Loomer, who has been described as a far-right white nationalist conspiracy theorist, was live tweeting during Trump's speech. She wrote during the speech, "Trump is the funniest person ever. I'm literally laughing out loud listening to his speech right now. He is hilarious." I mean, this is what she went on to say, ladies and gentlemen. He's hilarious when he's talking about a bloodbath. All right. Now, she went on to say this, ladies and gentlemen. "I'm not going to be shamed into being nice to anyone. For the last 7 years of my life, I have literally had to fight to survive while the most powerful tech companies and the FBI targeted and harassed me. And nobody helped me while I was attacked in any of the most vicious ways possible. So now it is Retribution season. And I'm not letting people get away with what they did to me. All right, and what they continue to do with me. I will stop at nothing to make my point, and I don't care who it offends. If you attack me, I will defend my honor. I am not anyone's doormat. Actions have consequences." So now, ladies and gentlemen, the cat's out of the bag, right? Donald Trump is once again leading his Confederate soldiers, all right, to launch another attack on the United States of America. Like I've said, ladies and gentlemen, the Civil War that they've been begging for is here, right? And you know where it's at. It's out here on social media, and then it plays out in real life like it did on January 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the booze and shame, I want to go one step further with this bloodbath nonsense, all right? Conservatives, they blew up Trump's world, misguided defense of the bloodbath comment, all right? This is what happened. So, as I mentioned earlier, he made that nasty remark, right? And after Trump made the comment regarding the bloodbath speech, guess who decided they needed to also chime in? You know who she is. Lauren Deranged Beetlejuice Boebert, right? Lauren Boebert, she decides to chime in along with Lauren Loomer, right? Laura Loomer. And this is what Boebert says. They're really doing this bloodbath hoax, all right? Boebert said yesterday, the dishonesty of the media is only going to get worse and worse as this election season goes on. Trump is running against a spoiled turnip. Is she calling President Biden a spoiled turnip? All right. This kind of trickery is literally all they have. So now we got two L's, right? Two people, and there's more of these folks out there that are in the cult, ladies and gentlemen, basically excusing Donald Trump's rhetoric when he's saying there's going to be a bloodbath if he doesn't get reelected. So you know what we must do, ladies and gentlemen? You know what we must do this bright and early. I can't go that deep into the MAGA demon layer, but it's crystal clear to the American people that Donald Trump and his legion of MAGA demons, who are also the modern day Confederate soldiers, are the most dangerous threat to our democracy. So guess what I need all of you to help me do? Please, to my subscribers out there, can you get those blueberries out and the booze and shame? All right. And then for the rest of you in the audience, get the tomatoes out. And I need you to join me in giving Donald Trump and his legion of MAGA demons, his supporters, his modern day Confederate soldiers, what they rightfully deserve this bright and early on a Monday morning after those nasty remarks about a bloodbath. Join me in giving them our first honorable round of booze and shame. Get them out of here. sure you seditionist, treasonous traitors understand where things stand right now between you and I. You have somehow found a way to go deeper and deeper into the wrong direction, and this is why I do what I do. See, sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I wake up and I go, you know what? You know what I say? I go, you know what? I don't think MAGA deserves, I don't need to go this hard on MAGA, right? And I say, I'm not going to do it. But then Donald Trump gets out here and stokes the flames, okay? He ignites his base, and once again, we're engaging in warfare with MAGA. All right? And so if you don't like this show, maybe you didn't hear me at the top of the show. I see that there's some dissension in the audience right now. There's people, you don't like my live? You must not have heard me at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Kimberly,
if you're not happy...
Hold on. Kimberly, did you put a Kimberly Heart Jesus? Is that your name, Kimberly? Maybe you haven't heard me or any of my friends. I'd hate for attacking to get to you. But one thing we don't tolerate over here are fake Christians. The white nationalists who walk around with their Bibles. Yeah, we don't tolerate that because we know you're not worshiping the real Jesus Christ. You're worshiping Donald Trump. You're on your knees. You should really just change your name, Kimberly Loves Trump, because you know nothing about Jesus. You know nothing about Jesus. Cut it out, Kimberly. Shame on Kimberly, ladies and gentlemen. Shame on her. You don't love Jesus. You love Donald Trump. Nothing. You know what? I'm going to park that. I'll let my good friend Wakanda deal with you Trump supporters that claim you love Jesus, all right? Because you know where I stand. I'm sending you straight to hell. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Another topic. This is interesting, all right? This is interesting. Trump's biographer says that, guess what? President Donald Trump's taxes, they warrant a new criminal charge. And I'm not shocked. All right. Former President Donald Trump could face yet another criminal prosecution if his biographer has anything to say about it. All right. Trump biographer David K. Johnston, all right, who has covered Trump's taxes and financial matters for years, went on record to say this. There's a lot of ifs on all of this. Going back to 2017, when you obtained some of his tax records in 2005, in 2022, you said his taxes were the best case yet for putting him in prison. Of course, that has not happened. Could he be legal jeopardy for that? Quote, there are statute of limitations for criminal prosecutions of taxes. But one of the things we know from Donald Trump's returns we finally got is this. Get this, ladies and gentlemen, get this. He created 60 fictitious businesses, took tax deductions for a number of them that reduced his overall tax bill, even though they had no revenue. In other case, the revenue and expenses matched to the dollar, which I have never seen in 50 years of writing about taxes. And in 1984, Donald Trump did the same thing. He claimed over $600,000 of deductions for a business that never had any revenue, no invoices, no records of existence, and was tried twice for income tax fraud, civil, not criminal. All right, both judges found against him, and his own tax lawyer, Jack Mitnick, testified against him for forgery, saying he put his signature on it when he didn't prepare it. Wow, MAGA. And you know what the Trump supporters like to say? Wouldn't it be nice if we had Donald Trump as the president? That way he could run this country like a business, right? You've heard him say that, ladies and gentlemen, right? Absolutely not. Donald Trump doesn't deserve to ever sit in the White House, never step foot in the White House. This guy has built an empire on nothing but fraud. Good morning, Shay. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that, once again, the cat is out of the bag, all right? Donald Trump is nothing but a fraudster. He doesn't follow the rules when it comes to his taxes. He thinks he's above the law, like Mike Pence said. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his legion of Trump supporters who are in a cult what they deserve. Another round of boos and shame. gets to me is that you still have these deranged Trump supporters that are walking around like, Walking Dead. They're walking around on the face of this earth pretending they don't know any of the stuff we're saying right now. The stuff that I'm saying, we've all heard it before. But you will still have one of these Trump supporters, especially the ones that call themselves Christians, right? Kimberly loves Jesus. No, Kimberly loves Trump. They bury their head in the sand when it comes to Donald Trump and all of his dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, MAGA. Yes, Trump for prison. I completely agree with that. And thank you for putting that out there. All right. Now let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I don't got much time. I got to open up the boxes. All right. You know how this show goes, right? I do my monologue and then I open up the boxes. All right. So let's move it along real quick, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We don't got much time. Donald Trump's $355 million GoFundMe, it stalled, ladies and gentlemen. It stalled at $1.3 million after 1 month. Good morning, Miss Morningstar, my sister. All right. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this right here this made me laugh actually, because every time you Trump supporters send Donald Trump your money, I consider you to be doing the most ridiculous thing ever, right? You're nothing but a bunch of suckers to this guy, all right? And now you have to realize that all the money you've sent to him is not going to help him. It has been more than 1 month since Donald Trump supporters began donating to a GoFundMe to help the former president foot his hefty legal bills, all right? In particular, those stemming from his New York City fraud trial. Immediately after Judge Arthur Engoron slammed the former president with a $355 million fine on February 16th, MAGA fan Elena Cardone created the fundraiser with the goal of raising the amount that Trump needed. Although the fundraiser started off strong, it has since slowed down drastically with fewer donations coming in, while Donald Trump's legal bills increases due to weekly interest. You know what interest is, MAGA? Oh my God. As of this writing, ladies and gentlemen, the GoFundMe has hit a $1.35 million. Almost 24,000 of you red hats. 24,000 of you red hats donated to this nonsense. Unfortunately, this is a far cry from the goal of $355 million. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Trump's legal bill is piling up so fast that the initial $355 million continues to accrue a statutory 9% annual interest rate at more than $600,000 per week. And you know that his supporters and him can't keep up with it, ladies and gentlemen. So, you see this, ladies and gentlemen, we got Bobby 1972 in there saying it's an appeal. Well, listen, Bobby, keep appealing. Bobby, did you go to Snuggles University? Because I've heard that one before, too. You aren't telling me nothing new, Bobby. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his broke behind and his broke supporters what they rightfully deserve. You don't deserve to have any money, you Trump supporters. You know what makes me happy, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to be honest. I used to think, you know what, I'm going to tell you the economy is doing better. I used to think this about the Trump supporters because, they keep crying they can't buy any eggs. Nothing makes me happier than to know there's a Trump supporter out there that can't buy any eggs. They can't pay their rent. They can't do nothing because they ain't got no money. I love it because you wouldn't be in that situation if you would quit sending Donald Trump your money. Ladies and gentlemen, join me once again in giving Donald Trump and his broke supporters, actually broke Donald Trump and broke supporters what they deserve. Another round of booze and shade. G-Man! Wow, my man! G-Man, you killing it. Wow! Thank you, G-Man. Shout out to G-Man out there, ladies and gentlemen. You see what we do over here. We keep it hot, bright and early in the morning, all right? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump, he's the brokest individual out there. If you've been following what's been happening, he only is making half of what President Biden is making, right? So let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you're working right now? All right. Well, listen, you're doing God's work, so keep it going, my brother. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to move on to our next topic. What do I want to talk about next? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. We got to talk about this one, ladies and gentlemen. We do got to talk about this one. MAGA nuts, they're flooding social media with white tears after Fonnie Willis isn't disqualified from prosecuting Donald Trump. Now, we all know the news broke on Friday, but I still have people from the MAGA cult sending me DMs, sending me videos that are somehow supposed to result in Fonnie Willis being taken off the case. Well, listen up, you crybabies. I got some more news for you. It's official. Fonnie Willis will not be disqualified from prosecuting the election interference case against the former president, Donald Trump, and more than a dozen remaining co-defendants. As we previously reported, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee found that Willis's romantic relationship with the prosecutor, Nathan Wade, brought about an appearance of impropriety. Those optics alone did not prove corruption, all right? And so what happened? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'll tell you what happened. These Trump supporters, they started crying, remember?
To the Christians.
They started crying, right?
Do not be deceived. Stop thinking that everybody who waves a flag and shouts freedom is your friend and a good person, because we have people like this trying to join up in the movement.
Yeah.
I found this out the hard way.
Go ahead, cry.
I found it out the hard way.
Keep crying, Maca.
Not everybody is in things for the same reason, too.
Oh, yeah. This is what one says. Glenn Beck. For Fonnie Willis to keep her job on the Trump case or even keep her law license after GPS data clearly showed she lied is insane. All right, this is what he said. All right, this is what he said. I've never seen a clearer case of perjury. There is no rule of law if attorneys can get away with that. Oh my goodness. And then you get Dershowitz. All right. This is what he says. Fonnie Willis ruling the judge in the case didn't have the guts to do the right thing. Listen to this knucklehead, ladies and gentlemen. These folks, ladies and gentlemen.
That she conspired to commit perjury with Nathan Wade and with the other witness. Who are you going to believe? This judge or your lying eyes? We all know there was an actual conflict of interest here. He just doesn't have the guts to say it. And I predicted he wouldn't have the guts to say it. He has to live in Fulton County. Now, he may have said some things that are very critical of her, but still, he should have removed her from the case. There is an actual conflict of interest. She made money from this case. If any...
Okay. Yeah. Another person went on to say, Judge Scott McAfee has ruled that Fonnie Willis may remain on the case if she removes her lover Nathan Wade from the case, which he is currently leading. This is a shocking ruling given the fact that Willis abused her power by hiring Wade, paying him hundreds. We are officially a banana republic. This is what MAGA is saying. If I have this straight, the judge ruled that there was no conflict of interest, yet either Wade or Willis must resign from the case. If there's not a conflict, why does one have to resign? Double speak. Well, I got some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and this is to the folks out there that think somehow there's a conflict of interest. Let's take a trip down memory lane, all right? Here we go. This is what one person on Twitter, or the app now called X, says. Clarence Thomas took decades of bribes from billionaires. Alito took luxury trips funded by billionaires and religious oligarchs. Gorsuch sold millions of dollars of property to a lawyer with cases before him. And you guys want Fonnie Willis, who did nothing wrong, to recuse? Have you lost your minds, MAGA? How about this one? Okay, let me get this straight. It was ruled Fonnie Willis displayed the appearance of impropriety because of an affair. But Clarence Thomas can accept lavish gifts of 38 vacations, 26 private jets flights, VIP tickets, and luxury resorts. But no one says a thing. All right? All right? And what about this? If the Fourth Estate can scrutinize Fonnie Willis, surely they can find time to explicate the person proven nefarious deeds of this woman, Jeannie Thomas, who tried to block the peaceful transfer of power. All right? You know what this is, ladies and gentlemen. This is another sign of the hypocrisy going on within the MAGA cult. And it's not going to work. Fonnie Willis will remain on the case. Donald Trump will be prosecuted. He will be convicted. And he will be sentenced because guess what? He's a criminal. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me once again in giving MAGA what they deserve. Because they want to go after Fonnie Willis because she's a black woman and it didn't work. But at the same time, turning a blind eye to their cult leader who's an orange cult leader. Let's give them what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. This is just an FYI to you seditionist, treasonous traitors. Vladimir Putin, he extended his rule, all right, in a preordained Russian election, okay, after a harsh crackdown, all right. So, Trump supporters, your president, you know, the one you like to call daddy. I just wanted to remind you, he won, all right? He won another election. It was a landslide, all right? And you're more than welcome to go to Russia, all right? Because you know where I stand. If you want to make America great again, if that even is possible, I truly believe what needs to be done is we need to start deporting MAGA, all right, ladies and gentlemen? If you want to make America great again, deport MAGA. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's give MAGA what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame because they should be in Russia, but they're sitting in the United States like a bunch of crybabies, all right, waiting for us to do their dirty work, right? Get them out of here. Go be with Putin. You can go be with Putin. We don't care. You can go be with Putin. We do not care, MAGA. I mean, seriously. All right, now we got a couple of more topics, and then I gotta open up the box. All right, and many of you, let's see what I want to talk about. What do I want to talk about? Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a quick update. So you know the case with Alvin Bragg in New York. You know it's been pushed back because obviously Trump, he's only interested in delaying this thing. Well, here's an update, MAGA. All right. New York State Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchant suggested that he intends to afford former President Donald Trump a fair trial in the hush money case. All right. He temporarily postponed the trial to give the defendant time to examine recently released government documents about the decision to prosecute his former attorney, Michael Cohen, but did not indict him. All right. In an interview with the AP, Merchant called Trump's trial intense. The judge said he was working to make sure that I have done everything I could to be prepared and to make sure that we dispense justice. All right. And he also expressed confidence in the court staffers. He says, there's no agenda here. We want to follow the law and we want justice to be done. That's all we want, the judge added. Merchant has scheduled a March 25th hearing to determine the next steps before Trump's pending criminal trial, ladies and gentlemen. And Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, I want you all to understand, he's the one charging Trump in the hush money criminal case, making it the first time that the former United States president is facing criminal trials. So, ladies and gentlemen, despite what these Trump supporters are saying, they're out here going, oh, look at that. The case is going to be delayed, Zeus. I won. MAGA, do you understand it's not in your best interest if these cases continue to be delayed, right, Jeff? If these cases continue to be delayed, MAGA, this means by the time we go and vote in November, this is going to be front and center on everybody's mind. This is why I tell you, Trump supporters, you're not that intelligent. So listen up. MAGA, come a little closer. You know how Snuggles likes to do it, right? MAGA, come a little closer. Listen to Zeus. Stop typing in the comment section, right? Stop putting Trump 2024. Stop putting FJB. Just stop it. All right? Take your hands off the keyboard and do me a huge favor. Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. They put FJB in the chat. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in giving Donald Trump and these Trump supporters that are currently in my live losing their minds what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. See, I was going to let them off. I was going to let you off a little bit, MAGA, but nope. Nope. Now you really got it.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
See, the gloves are off, you traitors. And I refuse to allow Trump supporters to be victims around me, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. You could tell Zeus is a C student. No, actually, Retribution, you got it backwards. Number one, I would say you're projecting, but I would say you having a C is actually, an accomplishment. You can tell, ladies and gentlemen, Retribution probably hasn't made it past, the third grade, right? Retribution. Do me a huge favor, champ. Don't come back to my live until you get your degree from Snuggles University signed by Snuggles, all right? Once you get that done, come on back here. I would love to give you the next lesson, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Retribution, who's very deranged. He has Zeus derangement syndrome, to be quite honest. Join me in giving Retribution what he deserves this bright and early. Another round of booze and shame. Retribution, really. Do me a favor, bro. Stop it. You'll never be smarter than Zeus. Even if I were a C student, Retribution, what does that say about you? Because obviously, you probably wouldn't even be in the same class as me, right? You'd be probably somewhere still trying to get enrolled in the course. I need to be in the class with Zeus. No, Retribution, you're too late. No, please. No, Retribution. You got to try next semester. No, actually, Retribution, you probably wouldn't even made it past the enrollment. You probably wouldn't even be qualified to enter into the college that I went to, Retribution. Do you understand how ridiculous you look, Retribution? Get your GED first. Get your GED first, Retribution, before you want to come hang out with Zeus. All right, listen. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to move it on. I got to open up these boxes. All right. And you know what we came to do, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk January 6th. All right. All right. Now, many of you know exactly what this is all about. Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, he is the modern day Confederate president. All right. His headquarters are in Mar-a-Lago. Fort Mar-a-Lago is what I call it. And what I like to do is cover this because I want the American people to understand just how dangerous Donald Trump and his supporters are, who I also refer to as Confederate soldiers, the Confederate 2.0 soldiers. All right. So this is how January 6th really went, if you really pay attention. And this is how it's going to be documented in the American history once the dust settles. Donald Trump knew that he was going to lose to President Joe Biden, right? We all know that. He knew he was going to lose to President Joe Biden. So what did he do? He decided to plant a seed in the mind of his supporters, one he had planted for decades, all right? But he decided, you know what? We're in the middle of a pandemic. The economy's doing terrible. There's no way I can win against President Biden. So what can I do to get my soldiers ready for battle? He went on record and started saying things like this.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
Right? And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, you remember we were in the pandemic and the election cycle was in full swing. And guess what? The results of the 2020 election came in, and Donald Trump he was not the winner. Joe Biden was the winner, right? So instead of coming out and conceding to President Joe Biden, it was president-elect at the time, he went out there and he began to fertilize the seed that he planted in the minds of his supporters by starting to spread another big lie.
Such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
Right? So he's not conceding. He's fueling that flame of doubt, and he's getting ready to actually spark it, right? Now, this is what he does when he sparks that doubt, or with one of the biggest lies ever in American history.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Right? And his supporters, they clapped. He went from we were supposed to win the election to we did win the election. And at that point, the fate was sealed. Their fate was sealed for his soldiers. They knew then it was their duty, according to Donald Trump, to take this country back. That's what their mission was. We need to take our country back. All right. And our leader, their cult leader, Donald Trump, said we should. All right. And so what was the next phase of the attack, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you what the next phase was. Donald Trump did this. Attention, all Trump supporters, my new Confederate army. I lost to President Joe Biden, and I'm very, very angry about that. So what I need you to do is to sell everything that you have and meet me in Washington, D.C. at an event that I'm hosting called Stop the Steal. Be there. It's going to be wild, right? So his soldiers began to follow those orders. They jumped in the back of these U-Hauls, right? You know, they put their khaki pants on. They put these masks on. It was the pandemic, right? And they were afraid to put the mask on when, those N95 masks. They didn't want to put those on, but they had no problem putting those domestic terrorist masks on, right? And they all converged on the Capitol. They sent Donald Trump their money. They brought weapons, ladies and gentlemen. These folks, they brought weapons. And guess who else helped them out with the plan? You know who was there. We had another MAGA demon telling them what they were doing was right.
Everything. If we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the building.
Finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session for our January 6th objection. We aren't going to let this election be stolen by Joe Biden and the Democrats. President Trump won by a landslide. Call your House reps, call your senators from your states. We've got to make sure they're on board. We already have a lot of people engaged. Okay, stay tuned.
So you have all these people planning an attack on the United States Capitol at the direction of Donald Trump. The former president was instructing his Confederate soldiers not to attack Richmond, Virginia, or Fort Sumter. No, go attack Washington, D.C. And they brought weapons with them, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. Weapons, pew-pews, gas masks, tactical gear. All right, the Patriot Front, the Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, they're all there listening to Donald Trump. All right, and so one time there was an exchange. They told Donald Trump, there's people there with weapons, Trump, you shouldn't go. He said, you know what? I don't care. I don't care if they're going to hurt my own vice president. They're not there to hurt me. Take me there. So obviously, he didn't care about his own vice president. And so what did Donald Trump do? He was taken to the ellipse, all right? And he decided to encourage his soldiers to engage in what we call heinous acts of violence, right? And this is what he said, ladies and gentlemen.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them.
Thank you, Brenda.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Right? So he instructed his soldiers to go attack the Capitol. And that's what they did. On their way, what were they doing? They were chanting things like, hang Mike Pence, hang. You remember we all saw that? And there was an incident that took place that I still haven't gotten an answer about. And these Trump supporters, they know it. They ran across an individual, one of their own, Ray Epps, all right? And they said, Ray Epps, they called him the feds. They said, feds, feds, feds. So what that told Zeus, what that told me and the rest of you folks out there is they knew the police were there, right? But they decided to break the law anyway. It's like, you know, the police are there. You're going to go rob the bank. The police are sitting outside and you go rob the bank. And then all of a sudden, you're surprised that you get caught. These are some sick folks, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And so they begin to assault our democracy, or as President Biden said, they put that dagger at the throat of our democracy. And we all witnessed it on national television. The crime scene. All right. The crime scene that MAGA left the American people on January 6th. I've never seen anything like this in my life. You know, normally even our enemies haven't even attacked our capital like that in a while, right? Maybe one time in history, but you get it. MAGA, you are a disgrace to this country, and you do not deserve to have any of the freedom or liberties that have been afforded to normal American citizens. And if it was up to me, I'd have sent you in one of those rockets that Elon Musk is building. I'd have sent you to the edge of the universe if it was up to me. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are at the crime scene of January 6th, let's listen to what happened to one of Donald Trump's soldiers that day. Can we? Let's listen to what one of Donald Trump's soldiers did. Geismar man has been arrested in a January 6th investigation, further indicted for being a felon in possession of a pew-pew. All right, now his story is this. A man from Geismar was arrested in Baton Rouge on Monday after a criminal complaint was filed accusing him of assaulting law enforcement and other charges during the January 6th breach at the Capitol. A press release from the United States DOJ says Edward Richmond Jr., who's 40 years dumb, traveled to Washington, D.C. with a group of at least 9 others who planned to attend the rally on January 6th. Richmond wore a black helmet, goggles, and shoulder pads and had two-way radio. He also reportedly had a Louisiana flag pinned to his chest. Surveillance footage from the Capitol reportedly showed Richmond in the Lower West Terrace tunnel where some of the most violent attacks on law enforcement officers took place, which Richmond was seen striking security with a baton multiple times. He doesn't care about law enforcement. He doesn't back the blue. He's a violent police abuser. He was arrested in Baton Rouge on allegations of felony civil disorder and assaulting or resisting law enforcement, as well as a number of misdemeanor charges. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that we got this MAGA demon in prison where they belong, you know what we must do. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Edward, nasty Edward, seditionist, treasonous, cult member Edward, what he deserves for allowing Donald Trump to use him the way that he did. Let's give him some booze and some shame. Get out of here, Edward.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
And now that he's been arrested, you know what we must do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You hear that, MAGA? Your own leader, your cult leader, said you do not represent this country. Those of you who engaged in those heinous acts of violence. Think about that. He played you all like a fiddle, right? He called the National Guard. So you can't debate me and say it was Nancy Pelosi that should have done it. He just admitted it. It was him. He did it. Also, did he ever march to the Capitol with you? Because according to what he said, we're going to march down to the Capitol and I'll be right there with you. He never went. He went home and watched you all throw away your life, your liberty, and your pursuit of happiness. All because you thought that what he was saying was somehow true. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, you know what really gets me? I can't believe these Trump supporters every day, they listen to a man who paints himself orange. He puts a bird's nest on his head, right? He puts a bird's nest on his head, all right? He puts a diaper on, puts on that crumpled blue suit with the red tie, and it's extra long, I don't know why. And he goes onto his social media platform and gives them their marching orders. You Trump supporters are some deranged individuals. All right, the way he plays you, it's crazy to me. On one side, he's telling you, come to Washington, D.C. to this rally I'm throwing called Stop the Steal and attack the Capitol. You go and do that. He gets on TV and says, you don't represent our country. All right, he does that, and he sicks the National Guard on you. And then you know what he does? Jimmy, I hope you're listening. I didn't want to do it because it makes me so angry to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's right now, thank you, Z-Pac. Right now, he's still using you traitors. All right, he's still using you. You know how he's doing it? At every single one of his rallies, ladies and gentlemen, he's using these so-called traitors. I got to give it to him. Because even though he's still using them, they don't get it. They still think that he loves them. Right? This is what he said. This is what happened this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, at his rally. He does it every rally.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the horribly and unfairly treated January 6th hostages.
This is the January 6th traitors. He's still using you. Y'all still think this guy loves you?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
You know what? No. You know what we gotta do. Sorry. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then he goes on and says this. What does he say?
Well, thank you very much. And you see the spirit from the hostages, and that's what they are, is hostages. They've been treated terribly and very unfairly, and you know that, and everybody knows that. And we're going to be working on that soon. The first day we get into office, we're going to save our country. We're going to work with the people to treat those unbelievable patriots, and they were unbelievable patriots and are. You see the spirit just cheering, they're cheering while they're doing that, and they did that in prison. And it's a disgrace, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his so-called hostages what they deserve. Another round of boos and shame. What are you, MAGA? Are you hostages? Are you soldiers? Traitors? You're whatever Donald Trump says you are. As far as I'm concerned, you're disgusting, you're evil, and corrupt, and you do not deserve to be in the United States, all right? Cut it out, MAGA, seriously. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth, all right? Let's do it. That concludes my monologue, ladies and gentlemen. Time to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. You know, I will not allow you Trump supporters to get up here and start trying to debate Zeus and say, Zeus, you're wrong about this or wrong about that. No, if you believe I got something wrong, or you believe one of us got something wrong in the comments or you know, as panelists, do me a huge favor. Go and get the screenshot and be prepared to bring it up and talk about it, all right? I would love to learn some new information. But as far as I'm concerned, MAGA, the facts, the truth are on my side. And the lies and the misinformation are on your side, all right? And so you have zero credibility. And if you're angry and upset right now, good. You don't deserve to be happy. Like I said, the fact that you cannot afford to buy eggs, you can't buy any groceries, you can't do anything, I enjoy that. I love hearing Trump supporters complain about the economy. I really do. Because I know what you're doing with your money, even though you won't admit it. You're sending it to Donald Trump. All right? Case closed. All right? All right, let's bring up our first panelist, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we came to do. All right, Lynn 19, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right. Is this our first time doing business?
Nope, I've been up before.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, listen.
Yeah. What I wanted to talk about this morning was the speech that was made and talking about the bloodbath, and how they're trying to defend that by saying that it was in regards to economics and the auto industry.
Right.
But
you don't buy that?
No, sir, I do not. I believe that he is starting the same kind of rhetoric that he did before, planting the seed, and he's putting it in the middle of something where he can claim that it's, you know, that's not what I meant, or that's not what he meant. But he's putting the seeds of violence in the heads of his followers.
Amen.
So, you know, I think we need to watch out for that and fight back against it when people try to defend it, because he's trying to make his followers again believe that if he doesn't win, it's rigged, and it's BS.
Yeah. I'm glad that you had the courage and conviction to be able to get up here and say that. Why do you think his cult members, his soldiers, why do you think they continue to excuse this kind of conduct?
I wish I knew.
It's like they can't. It's like they don't have the ability to say what you just said. For some reason, they won't be able to say that to Donald Trump, or they can't even say it amongst themselves.
Well, I think that their comprehension, you know, he said, and I guess I can't say that, generalize this to everyone, but he has said over and over that he likes the uneducated, the uninformed, that are willing to jump in when they find a soundbite that sounds good to them, and then it's like a record that's skipping. It goes over and over and over, and it doesn't take but what 3 times of really putting something out there for that to be
Interesting.
to someone's mind that
Yeah.
they believe it is real.
Yeah.
You know, he has that down. He has that part down for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very interesting that you said that. And my hope is, for the ones who are out here listening to this show, not MAGA, because we know your minds are soiled and dirty, all right? But for those of you who are out there listening, these are real concerns that are being raised, right? Right, Lindy? These are real concerns. If you're saying a bloodbath and you're referring to the auto industry, then that was a very, very poor choice of words in line of all the other stuff that he's actually been found, to have been a part of, right?
Absolutely.
Right? We can't excuse all of this. We can't. If
Right.
this was a
Right.
one-off, if it was a one-off, Lindy, I might entertain. You know what? He just slipped up, got a little too excited. But we know also that if
But we
President
know better,
Biden's,
don't we?
yeah, if President Biden would have slipped up, so to speak, and said something like this, they would be losing their minds. What's left of them, I should
Absolutely.
say, right?
Yeah. I just, just like you, I don't understand the hold he has on them. But again, education and involvement, we've elected 44 presidents, and it wasn't until 45 came along with the scenario that he set up before the election even began, that it was going to be rigged, that he was, he had
Yeah.
to win. Nobody has to win. The
Nope.
best candidate hopefully wins.
Right.
And, he set it up from the very beginning to make people afraid that they were going to lose their vote. And,
Right.
he's doing the same thing now. And he's hiding it in plain sight, so to speak. And I know that was my bell.
All right. Well, listen, Lindy, I appreciate it. And again, don't let these folks out there, especially in the audience, these MAGA demons, don't let them change your mind, not one bit. Always hit them with the truth, just the way that you did, all right?
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Lindy a round of applause. No lies detected. Who's that knucklehead in the audience that said fake news? I would love for you to come up here and explain to Zeus what exactly is the fake news, you liar. I know, listen, yeah, you probably don't even want to come up here because you know you're going to get exposed. I know your style. You went to Snuggles University. And then, by the way, I've heard, there he is. There he is right there. Yeah, zombie. Yeah, I just sent you a request. Please. Bring your special behind up here, zombie. Didn't you must not have heard me when I said, don't say another thing in this chat. You must not have heard me. I sent you an invite. You traitor, you seditionist, treasonous traitor. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. He knows he's lying. That's why he didn't want to accept my invite. Well then, you know what, zombie? Do me a huge favor. Don't type another thing. Or my mods, they might just put you in a straitjacket. All right? You're going to get in here and try to spread those lies? And then when I ask you to come up here and speak on it, you want to hide? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Zombie what he deserves. A round of boos and shame. Get him out of here. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few more people to get through. Oh my goodness, we have some incredible individuals. All right, said, good morning. How are you doing?
What's going on, my man? How you
Hey,
doing?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs as usual. Have you been doing okay?
I have, sir. I hope you had a wonderful weekend after the Fonnie Willis news.
I sure did. Nothing makes me happier, said, than to know a beautiful black woman like Fonnie Willis is going to be, keeping Donald Trump honest. I love it.
Well, here's my deal. You made a point of it, and you said it. With all the Supreme Court justices doing all their vacationing and not recusing themselves when they should, I don't have a problem at all with her. I really don't.
Nope. Nope. Look at that. Well, listen, Seti said it looks like you're a busy guy. All right. I don't know why that happened while you were in my live, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like.
I'll let you go.
All right, brother. All right.
I'm gonna go. Hey, I will get you next week, my brother. I am busy. You are absolutely right. You
You're a
guys
busy
need
man.
to tap that screen for my boy Zeus because
Thank
he
you.
is one of the best.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you, thank
Have
you.
a
And
good one,
shout
brother.
out to you, brother, and shout out to Union Gang. Shout out to Miss Balls. All right.
Come on
And
out
all-
tonight, man. We're gonna hang out tonight, my brother. Hang out.
All right. Well, listen, keep it going, brother. All right. You all are doing a lot to help keep me inspired and stay on the path. All right. Thank you, brother.
All right.
All
Have a
right,
good one, brother.
you too. All right,
Bye.
ladies and gentlemen, let's move it along. All right, who we got next, ladies and gentlemen, brother? Oh, Rye Guy, send me a guest request. Rye Guy, I sent you an invite and you chickened out. Good morning, Attacking. How are you doing?
Good morning. Let me put up a picture while I'm talking. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. So the thing is this: Donald Trump says that he's going to pardon the people January 6th. So I posed this question in my broadcast yesterday in multiple levels. So if Donald Trump is going to make those people whole, and bring them back out to be able to work and so on and so forth, how is he going to make the 7 people that lost their lives whole? How's he going to make Ashley Babbitt whole and bring her back? How's he going to do the lady who was trampled at the steps of the Capitol, or the guy who tased himself, or the 3 cops that unalived themselves because of PTSD?
Yep.
How is he going to make them whole?
Yep.
How's he going to undo what he did to cause their unaliving? How's he going to make the 140 cops whole? How's he going to put the eye back to the one cop who lost an eye, and the fingers to a cop that lost his fingers?
Right.
How's he going to make them whole? Donald Trump caused these actions.
Right.
Donald Trump used Bloodbath. And here you have Marjorie Taylor Greene out there with the sign. They know what he's doing. We know what he's doing. He's putting the words out there specifically to ignite his followers, because if he doesn't win, they can go again and do exactly what they did on January 6th and fight and try to keep him in as president. They know what he's saying. We know what he's saying. Everybody knows what he's saying, but they're trying to play it off. He didn't have to say, if I don't win the election, there's going to be a bloodbath. He could have just concentrated on his idiotic rhetoric in regards to China building cars in Mexico. And by the way, he lied to them again.
Yeah.
Mexico didn't take 30% of the auto industry from America and put it over there. No, that's a lie.
Yeah.
I got that information. I posted that up again. Donald Trump does nothing but lie to his followers. They eat it up. And when you ask them to tell them, or to tell you or tell me, show us the proof to what you say.
Yeah.
They don't do it. I had a guy in my broadcast yesterday.
No, Attacking does know what he's talking about. Someone said you have no clue what you're talking about. KF, you want to say something? You Attacking knows exactly what he's talking about, and so do I.
Exactly. It's just like where is it? Right here. This is on PolitiFacts. No, that was a false claim of what Donald Trump said. Okay, Donald Trump said the same thing. If you go read the article, he said it multiple times in 2018 or whatever.
Right.
I forget the date. But the thing is, all the information's at your fingertips. Donald Trump's already said it's kind of like with the border. Donald Trump said there was a border crisis 2017, 18, 19, and 20. He said it in interviews and on stage. And the thing is this. Then he says, oh, we don't have a border crisis because I fixed it. Which one is it? Do you have a border crisis because he's saying, or you don't have a border crisis?
Yeah.
Make up your mind. Pick the lie that you want to stay with and stay with it. Don't say, there's a border crisis. Oh, no, there's no border crisis.
Tell him, Attacking.
So the thing is this. You and I get people up in our boxes, and they have nothing to prove or nothing to show with evidence. And that's just it. They lie each and every day. You show documents. I show documents. We all show proof. You, I, everybody else.
Never
These
had a Trump
people who
supporter in my box. Attacking. Do what you're doing. Show a background. I've never had one. Can you believe that?
these people who follow Trump follow him because he's the only person that they listen to. They don't care about anything else. I even had a guy in my broadcast who said, I asked him, where's your source? Well, this is my source.
Yeah.
Well, tell us who your source is. Well, it's my source, and I'm not going to tell you.
Rose.
But yet they ask you and I what our sources are. And when we show them, they say, ha ha, look at your source. That's fake.
We're
But
not
they
gonna.
won't tell us who they use. But I'm going to drop. Everybody, we got to stay on top of this. This is
Yep.
dangerous. And you have to spread the word, whether it be my word, Angela's word, Barrister's word, anybody. You got to spread the good word.
Thank you.
Because this is getting out of hand. I'm going to
Thank
drop.
you.
Everybody be good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Attacking. No lies detected, right? Listen, we're cruising through these panelists this morning. All right, good job, everyone. Good job. We're firing on all cylinders. Good morning, my good friend Ange. Hello, how are you doing?
Hey, good
Hi.
morning.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I guess I'm basically, I have laryngitis, guys, so I don't know if you can you hear me okay?
I can. You're doing
Okay,
just
okay.
fine.
All right, thank you. I guess I'm basically just echoing what Attacking is saying. After hearing what I heard this morning, everybody's talking. I'll just go with civil unrest. We'll call it that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing it constantly,
Yeah.
guys out there. They're not kidding. These people really true. They are mega demons. We
Yep.
use that word sometimes jokingly, but it's real. It's a real thing out there.
No, KF, she's telling the truth. Is there something
Yes.
you want to say, KF? Because have you
KF, come
lost
on
it?
up here, because you know what? I've had it with all of you guys. The
Yeah, yeah,
gloves
yeah,
are
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah,
Gloves
yeah,
really came off this morning,
yeah.
Zeus.
Tell him,
They they're coming up there. First
Yeah.
woman. You know what? The first person that came up, you are a bee. You're nothing but a dumb bee. That's what you guys are.
Wow.
That's how you come up and you talk to people. It's disgusting. And I'm
Yeah.
tired of hearing both sides.
Yep.
No, there's no both sides. You know what? We don't hear President Biden saying that the immigrants are poisoning the blood of Americans.
We
We don't
don't.
hear Donald Trump over the weekend. You probably covered that. I'm sorry, I had to walk away, so I don't know for a minute. I don't know if
No,
you
no, no.
covered it, but
Go. Just go,
so
Ange.
why are they
Crush those
talking?
blueberries.
Why
Crush them.
I know I love to.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mr. Nice Felon in here? No, he's not. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to do it.
Yeah.
They're talking about Trump. I heard Trump calling them animals.
Yeah.
He's calling these people animals, Trump.
Wow.
I mean, this is just disgusting, And then, oh my God, if he remains the front runner, he gets to. I think I heard he will be in on. What was it in November or whatever? He will be having access to all the information that
Wow.
President Biden will be
Wow.
getting in
They
regards
better
to these
not give
foreign
it to him.
countries.
President
Can you?
Biden, don't give him no access to classified documents.
Yeah,
Deal
and
with
like,
the court case
yep,
after. Rather you do that than to actually let him do it.
exactly. And somebody just pointed out, yep, he called them vermin. That's another thing that he did. And as far as you people
Morning
with,
Star.
you ain't having no January 6th again. I'm just letting you know that. Okay, the military is ready for you. So your boy there told you to stand back and stand by.
Mm.
It's not happening this time, guys. Military is on to you.
Yep.
Don't try that shit. Don't try that crap again.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, I'm so sick of the both sides. We got our Bushmasters of the world coming up.
Nasty.
He. You know what? I'm just kidding. He is nasty.
Yeah.
I let him come up. I said, you come up and you behave. He couldn't. He had no self restraint. He couldn't
No,
behave
because they
himself.
can't control the MAGA
He
demon in them.
couldn't. He
Right?
couldn't. For
No.
10 darn seconds, he couldn't
Wow.
do it. He's in
Wow.
there name calling Bushmaster. You're the master of no bushes. You are nothing. You're not even going to
Woo!
get near anything. But I'm
Tell
just
him,
telling
Ange.
you, I'm echoing what Attacking said. Don't
Right.
play with these people. They're
Nope.
not kidding. I'm seeing it in my lives.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys,
These are some evil individuals. They're far from Christian, right? Are they Christ-like in your opinion, Ange?
Oh, absolutely not. I said that to the lady
Thank
that came
you.
up this morning. First thing out of her mouth, she's calling me a B word, stupid B. You're just nothing but a stupid B. You don't know anything that you're talking about. And I said, oh, I bet you went to church yesterday, didn't you, sweetheart? I bet you went to church. And then you're going to come in here, you don't even know me, and you're going
Wow.
to just start name calling. I don't do the name calling. Okay, I did lose it once over the weekend. I'm not
It's
going to
okay.
lie.
It's okay. I
Listen,
understand when we're dealing with the MAGA
we do.
demon.
We once in a while we do.
You got to
But
be strong. I get it.
no. I'm gonna drop. I'm
All
just gonna vent. Be careful out there, guys. There really are mega demons. It's no joke anymore.
all right. All right.
And
Well,
keep
listen,
spreading
Ange.
that truth, Zeus.
Thank you. I
Appreciate
will.
you.
I
Appreciate you
appreciate you
so
as
so
well.
much.
All
All right.
right.
I'll
All
see you on
right.
the streets. Be careful.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Ange. No lies detected.
Why can't I disconnect, Zeus?
No,
Oh,
don't
never mind.
worry.
I got it. I got it.
All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, as you can see, we are on full alert when it comes to dealing with you MAGA, seditionists, treasonous traitors. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. My good friend RC Dubs. RC, our friend Retribution is once again present. Has he learned anything according to you?
Oh, I think he'd have to pull his head out of Trump's butt first, but he's depriving his brain of oxygen right now, breathing in
Yeah.
all that hot air from Trump.
See
So
what I mean?
they're not
Retribution,
really
listen.
they're not really capable of learning. You know who did learn something though?
What's that? Who?
Mike Pence. Mike Pence learned not to support Trump. He's not going to endorse him. I think he rolled over to his wife and he said, "Mother, should I endorse the guy who tried to have me unalived?"
Right.
And she said,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
he's not a good Christian. Even I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So at least some of them are kind of coming around. I mean, 40 out of 44 former cabinet officials won't support the guy.
Right.
That does kind of say something, right?
Yeah.
At
It
least,
means he woke up. He
yeah,
came
at
out of
least
the cold.
Mike
Yeah.
Pence has come around more than Retribution. I mean, at some point,
That is
they,
what it
they
is.
have to admit that they've been had by a con artist.
Yep.
But I wanted
Yep.
to make some point about, how I like to talk about the economy.
Yeah.
We wouldn't really have an American auto industry if it hadn't been for Obama and Biden. So let me just pop up a couple real quick, if you don't mind. I'm going to show just let's see here. So, this is something else. Hold on.
That's close enough too, though.
Yeah, that's Mary Trump talking about how, But Obama took a victory lap because they did save the American auto industry.
Oh.
And the bailout worked because they actually paid us back.
Wow.
And at the time, let me see if I can find that other one.
You see this MAGA? This is free knowledge. You shouldn't be paying him for this.
It was, let me see if it was.
Shame on these Trump supporters. I mean, RC, it's sad you have to do their homework for them.
See, it was GOP senators at the time that opposed the auto bailout, and it was Democrats that got it done.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of think that's relevant. And
Yeah.
if we're going to talk about the bloodbath in the economy, guess who prevented the bloodbath in 2009? It could have been a Great Depression. And if it had been up to Republicans, it would have been.
Right.
Because instead of helping Obama and Biden with the recovery, they instead decided to harass Obama for his birth certificate.
Oh.
And instead of helping Biden with the rescue plan,
Yeah.
they decided to worry about Hunter Biden's junk. So they're not in this for us, just like Trump isn't in this for us. They're in this for the wealthy. They've always proven that. And when we pick up and clean up their mess, they won't even give us credit.
Nope.
They didn't help anything. That everything that went wrong in 2008 was because of Republican ideology and failed policy.
Wow.
And that's all Trump had.
Yeah.
You would get the same economic ideology from any Republican.
Bingo.
Nikki Haley is no different than Trump when it comes to failed Republican policy.
Tell them, RC. Tell them.
So the fact that they stick with this fascist, this racist, this misogynistic dirtbag, this con artist who can't even run a casino or a charity says so much about these fake Christian patriots in this country.
Bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo.
But But you get back to the handling the kingdom as you do so well, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Brother RC Dubs a round of applause. I see we have some dissension in the comments section. You don't like the way that I'm running my show. Maybe you didn't hear me at the start of the show.
If you're not happy here,
right,
then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
yeah.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy
Tell them, Rosa.
In the U.S.,
right.
If you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Exactly.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
Yeah.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. You don't like the way that I'm running my broadcast? You are more than welcome to leave. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this. Look at this. No strings attached. I am not a hand puppet. I came here to do one thing, and that's to send MAGA straight to the pits of hell. All right, and you know what? It's okay if you can cry. Gary, you can go on about your miserable morning. I don't care, Gary. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing? How are you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. How are you? Did you have a great weekend?
It was pretty good, pretty good. Listen,
talk to me.
I saw somebody here named Bama Butterbeans.
Oh.
Had the audacity to say something negative about Obama's economy.
What?
Sir, if that Bama stand for Alabama, we are number 47 in education in the state of Alabama. You shouldn't be speaking on anything that has anything to do with numbers. Because you don't know. You're part of that 47 in education. Cut the crap.
Cut it. Get him, Takesha.
The fact that Trump is talking about any kind of bath should be ridiculous, seeing as though he doesn't take any. He don't need to talk about a blood bath, a holy bath, or wash your tail bath. He just needs to be quiet about any kind of bath he could ever talk about, because he definitely doesn't know anything about a bath.
Amen.
That's number 2. Number 3, y'all stop worrying about these folks coming in y'all box talking at y'all, because if y'all was sitting in the back of them in a store and said boo, they'll piss on themselves. They're real bad on this app, but I promise you, face to face, they'll be shaking harder than a seizure patient. Now, I'm being serious, because I'm really about sick of MAGA. I'm sick of the people that's going around putting their names and then say loves Jesus. What Jesus you love? What Jesus do you love? This is why you know MAGA knows nothing about the Lord, the Bible, and nothing else. Because if you support a man that says he has never asked for forgiveness because he's never done anything wrong, that means that he considers himself perfect, and we know that there is none perfect but the Lord. So basically what he's saying is his name is Donald Jesus Christ. The Lord is gonna get y'all. See, that's why the Lord turned him over to a reprobated mind, because he couldn't get them to see y'all doing too much. You're supporting a nutcase, but they want him so bad. So the Lord said, I tell you what, I'm going to remove myself from your mind, because that's what a reprobated mind is. It means you can't come up with God no kind of way you even circle the block. You're sitting in church, the preacher talking about God, and you ain't doing them but seeing Trump on the throne. Your mind is gone. And I feel so sorry for you. But what you can do, thanks to the Lord who gives us new mercies and grace every day, you can get on your knees, lay prostrate, or however you got to do it, and you pray and you ask the Lord for forgiveness for putting a man above him and thinking this man is perfect and thinking this man don't lie. And then also go to him and ask him to forgive you for giving away the money he gave you to provide for you to a man that's supposed to be a so-called billionaire.
Hallelujah!
Who does a GoFund for a so-called billionaire? And you giving away your money, you can't even buy a game washing powder no more. You got to go pick up some Sun. You got to buy some washing powder that just said powder. And you around here struggling. You can't buy Ziegler. You got to buy any kind of bologna the store sell for 15 cents. Because you done gave all your money to Trump. Get it together, people. Ask the next time anybody come in your live and call you a B, tell her to add bad in front of it.
Oh,
how about that?
Tell them
bad in front of it. Don't let these folks. Don't let these folks talk at you, because I promise you on everything I love. If you were in Walmart, walking behind her with your basket, boo, she a pig. Yeah, they bad on here, but I promise you, Zeus, they shaking like a leaf on a tree in a rainstorm in real life. That's why I pay none of them any attention. I say what I want to say about them, whether they like it or not.
Bingo.
Again, we are 47th in the state of Alabama in education. So Bama, Black Eyed Pea, or whatever your name is, you need to be quiet when it comes to anybody's economy. Because what we do know is you don't understand it.
They don't. Tell them, Takesha. Wow.
Now they had about enough of these.
Tell them, Takesha.
It just upsets my soul, Zeus.
Yeah, but you know you're doing God's work, all right, this bright and early, all right? And I appreciate being able to stand shoulder to shoulder while you're doing it, all right? I really do.
Well, we ain't shoulder to shoulder, Zeus, because I'm only 5'2".
Oh, but listen, that's still close enough.
We shoulder to hip, Zeus.
Okay, shoulder to hip, all right? Let's get it shoulder to hip, Zeus. All right. We're standing up against these MAGA demons and sending them straight to hell where they belong.
You got to, but tell Trump don't talk about now another bath, no can, because we know he ain't taking none.
Nope, we know he dirty, right? That diaper stay dirty.
Smelling real loud, louder than weed. You hear me? Just stinking, Zeus. Smelling like the sewage after they bagged up in the city. Smelling horrible.
Yeah. No lies detected, Takesha. All right?
All right, Zeus, I got to go. Y'all done upset me this morning.
All right, don't let them get to you. But as always, thank you once again for having the courage and conviction to be able to tell the truth and shame the devil up in here, all right?
All right, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Takesha. No lies detected. You know what we call that, ladies and gentlemen? That's a fatality. Fatality. It's over, MAGA. It's over. You have zero credibility with us. We know every conspiracy theory MAGA has. There's not a conspiracy theory that all of you have that we haven't heard anymore. And we've debunked every single one of them at least 100 times. So think about how much that is. A lot of work. MAGA, you have zero credibility, so the best thing that you could do is really sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. Good morning, Shay.
Let me fix my audio.
Oh my goodness. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're bringing the heavy hammer down. Like I said, if you want to cry, go hang out with Snuggles.
Did it work? No,
can you hear
hold
me?
on.
I can hear you. I can hear you. If you want to cry, go hang out with Snuggles and Jay Bear and the Stacy Bears.
And those dang it. It didn't work.
TikTok
Let me drop
lawyers.
down. I'll be back.
All right. Come on back, Shay. All right. And you go. All right. We could hear you, Shay, but I guess you couldn't hear me. You know, I think that happened to our good friend Yazzie, and you might just have to keep talking. I know that we can. You probably can't hear me, but you just might have to keep talking, and then I'll signal. I'll do like this. All right, time's up. How about that, Shay? Yes, Z-Pac. Zeus. Bama. Zeus. Wait a second. Zeus, you and everybody on your panel are just like Joe Biden, a puppet on the string. Bama. Well, I understand that's what you believe, but you know what I say over here, right? Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession, Butterbean. And so, yes, I do understand that Donald Trump is playing you, making you feel like you're a puppet, because you really are. You're a MAGA puppet. Think about that. You're a MAGA puppet, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Shay. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes.
All right. We got it. What did you do this time to fix it?
Well, sadly, I had to go on my phone, off my iPad to my phone, because I don't want to take time to shut down the iPad. Most of the time, I can go into my music and play it, and it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. Then you got to shut down the phone or whatever.
Yeah, TikTok is glitching.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. So, breaking news. Trump has been unable to secure the $464 million bond, his lawyers say.
Wow!
This guy's got billions, huh?
Yeah! Woo! That made my morning, Shay! Thank you, Shay! I gotta go ahead and bless you, Shay. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah. See that right there, ladies and gentlemen? That's what you call that's what you call retribution, right, Shay?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is the thing, and you still got people. Oh, he's got $2 billion. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I mean, you guys can't math very well. If he can't fork up a $500 million, he don't have $2 billion.
I can't deal with it.
That means he can't find an insurance company willing to give him the bond. He doesn't have people that are willing to work this out. You know why? Because he is broke, people.
Nasty.
Broke in the terms that you don't understand broke, right? Okay. He ain't broke like whatever you are. He broke and big wise. Which
I'm
means
done.
Letitia James can start taking some properties.
Go ahead, take it all. Like I said, the ultimate MAGA reward is jail, and if you don't get your soul right, hell. And there's a chapter 11 in between, right?
Absolutely, and that's the thing. And now that they've installed Laura Trump at the RNC, the RNC last count had like $8 million. That's
gone.
Last count the DNC had was 155 million.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah. I mean,
there's nothing else really. I can't say anything. This is I mean, you can't. They're not sending him the money fast enough. His supporters. Wow.
Nope. And so, he's begging for extension on the deadline and all this stuff.
I love this.
Woo! Can't send him money fast enough. Well, when you got about 1,000 of your supporters locked up in prison, Donald, what do you expect?
Ladies and gentlemen, greatest news today. Greatest news today. Has he said anything on Truth Social? Has he said anything? Snuggles, remember?
I'll go look.
Oh my God.
Literally just
wow.
News
wow. I can't wait. I gotta make a video about this after this show.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, that's bad. And I just sit here as an ex-Republican. He's literally posting, you're not voting Republican, you're voting Trump.
Yeah.
Republican Party is no more, it's MAGA. He's posting all of that on Truth Social. Oh my gosh. He was caught on hot mic, when he was talking to Karl Rove about saying, I love when I go to China and, and these people stand up and listen to Xi Jinping. I want my people to do that.
Right.
I mean, how is that your First Amendment constitutional right if you have to stand up and listen to him?
Yeah.
How is that American? Like, it's not. Other countries. I mean, come on. I'm like, wake up. The Bloodbath comment, they want to excuse it.
Not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work because, yes, we know he can't speak and he babbles. He thinks Biden ran against Obama.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't understand. He's so obsessed with the black president. He's just so obsessed with him. Like, it's insane because
he wants
Obama
to be him.
So loved. Yeah, he's so loved and revered that he's like, I never had that kind of adoration. Nobody loves me like that. He's so jealous of that man.
Cry me a river, Donald Trump. Cry us a river.
Right? I mean, he could never get the crowds that Obama pulled in. He would fill literal football stadiums when he was a president. When Trump came to Houston, which we have a couple of arenas here, if you don't know that, we hosted the Olympics one time. So, but he had a rally out in a cow pasture out in the country when he came to Houston. So
wow.
You guys are being fooled. You don't understand what's going on. You really don't. I mean, if he's so popular, why isn't he taking out the Toyota Center or the Reliance Stadium? I mean,
he does his campaigns in high schools and gyms, the back gym. These high schools, they got 2 gyms. He gets to use the back gym to do his rallies. That's how popular he is, right?
That's how popular he is. Yeah.
MAGA, you gotta give it up. Hang it up, MAGA, seriously.
He's not in big cities. He's only going into smaller communities, outskirts of smaller communities. I mean, every political analyst is studying every single one of these things. And I'm just curious, can you imagine if Barack Obama came out and said that he doesn't support Joe Biden, that Joe Biden's incompetent or dangerous or anything?
It's over.
It would be so over for Biden.
Yep.
It would be so over. It would crush him. No matter how good the economy is, no matter how good of anything, it would crush him. Why is Mike Pence and the 40 of his 44 cabinet members saying that they are not going to support him. How is this not crushing this man?
I mean, it's going to. I mean, we're doing it. We're getting them in every direction, right? We're going to get the chorus of people who used to work for him. They're going to be saying he's dangerous, right? He's going to be going broke. He's got these criminal cases, and his base, they're losing money. They can't even send him any more than the 1.3 that the GoFundMe had. They're all tapped out now. They're in jail. They're broke. It's over, MAGA.
Yeah, he's been grifting
It really
for the last 3 years. He's been out of the White House. He's been grifting them so heavy to repair his plane, to do this, to do that.
Yeah.
Selling them stuff.
Tim, it's over, Tim. Trust me. You might want to get off the ship. You ever seen that movie Titanic? You might want to get off of it because it's going to the bottom.
Notice all the polls coming out.
It's going to the bottom. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
All the new polls coming out. Like, notice. It is bad. I think it said 61% of Americans said they would never vote for Donald Trump. How do you, when you get Mike Pence saying we are not supporting you?
Yeah.
I'm not supporting you. That doesn't mean he's going to vote for Biden. What that means, most likely, he's going to leave the presidential box empty and vote down ballot Republicans. I think it's what a lot of people are going to do. You know, so be aware, we're not saying that they're going to, vote for Biden, but they're not going to vote for him. That's why he lost in 2020. You need to understand that. There were some people that came out and said, in Arizona and Georgia, when they looked at the ballots, he was the weakest Republican candidate on the ballots. That's how he lost. Many people left the box blank and just voted down ballot Republican. And it makes sense when you look at it. The Republican Party didn't do badly in 2020. They won seats and they kept seats. Yeah. So, again, you don't understand it because you're so, oh God, look at his rallies, look at the enthusiasm.
And that's what Retribution likes to do. Look at the rally size and not the real results. All right. Well, listen, Shay, I gotta move it on.
Okay. Oh, and Retribution, your video to me was freaking hysterical and adorable.
He's good at editing, videos for Democrats. But other than that, Retribution's brain is scrambled like a disgusting egg. All right.
Yeah. Absolutely. I thought it was cute. Okay. All right. Love you, man. Love you guys. All right. Kingdom. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. Yes. Vote blue. And if you got to the person who asked me, why should you vote blue? If I got to explain it to you, don't even worry about it. All right. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the news has broke. Former President Donald Trump can't find an insurance company to underwrite his bond to cover the massive judgment against him in the New York Attorney General civil fraud case. All right. Trump's attorney said he has approached 30 underwriters to back the bond, which is due by the end of the month. The amount of the judgment, which interest exceeds $464 million, and very few bonding companies will consider a bond of anything approaching that magnitude, Trump's lawyers wrote. All right? An insurance broker, Gary Geludi, who testified for Trump during the civil fraud trial, signed an affidavit stating that securing a bond in the full amount is practically impossible. Potential underwriters are seeking cash to back the bond, not properties, according to Trump's lawyers. Trump's lawyers have asked the appeals court to delay the posting the bond until the appeal of the case is over, arguing that the value of Trump's properties far exceeds the judgment. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're in the second half of the show, but we got to do it. Join me in giving Donald Trump what he deserves once again. Another round of booze and shame. Goodbye, Donald Trump. You're going broke, bro. Hey, Snuggles, please send Donald Trump your 401k, whatever's left, bro, because it's over. I'm winning.
Struggle bowls. Struggle pancakes.
Where's Struggles?
Struggle in the way. Yeah. He's a struggler.
Good job, Snuggles. You Trump supporters are going broke. I love it. No eggs for you, no gas for you. All right, sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to bring up my partner in crime, the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. Good morning. How you doing, Miss Boss Diva?
I can't hear all of a sudden. Oh, my goodness.
You need to drop it, come back.
I gotta drop and come back, Zeus. I can't hear.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Wild.
Yeah, come on back, Miss Boss.
Damn, I hate that.
Yes, come on back. Come on back. Yeah. There's some glitching going on. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, nothing makes me happier than news like this, because all of this could have been avoided if he would have simply followed the rules of this country. He wouldn't have broke the laws. He wouldn't be in this situation. But listen, MAGA, if you build your empire on lies and deception and fraud, this is the outcome. This is what I call the ultimate MAGA reward. Again, what is the ultimate MAGA reward, ladies and gentlemen? Jail. And if you don't get your soul right, hell, with a chapter 11 in between. All right. I promise you, every one of you Trump supporters will get that. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva.
Good morning. Now I can hear. Perfect.
Good.
Happy Monday.
Happy
it's a
Monday.
Marvelous Monday. And we just got some really good news, right? Which I already knew because, that's an astronomical amount of money.
Whoa.
Okay, it really is.
It's
an astronomical.
It's hard to even get out, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can get tongue tied.
yeah.
But I already knew that because now what they're getting ready to do is liquidate the properties, right? So Letitia James is coming after all the property.
I thought those blacks for Trump were going to send him the money. Any of those blacks for Trump going to send him some money?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe Antonio Brown, he might want to send him some money now because it sounds like, he always been a Trump supporter, I guess, since 2020. I don't know. But
Got it.
He's actually vying to be on his VP list. So he might want to buy, himself on his VP list. I don't know if he got enough money. But,
Now, I didn't want to cut you off. You were saying something about Letitia James.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because she's going to start, she said as soon as, he's unable to secure any type of appeal bond or whatnot, then she's going to start liquidating that property. So we're talking Mar-a-Lago, we're talking the golf course, we're talking Trump Tower, we're talking everything else that, he got under the sun at this point. So he might just be out on Skid Row, sooner than he thought he was. Okay?
You mean he might be having one of them hats, shaking it around for some change?
As a matter of fact, I think I have an image of what he would actually look like.
Spare change.
Yeah, this is my viewpoint of what he
little spare change. Like. Trump supporters, little spare change.
There you go.
Oh, there he is right there. There you go, right there.
It's a little too big, but
there you go.
It fits the box perfect when you're just
self-inflicted right here, ladies and gentlemen. We tried to stop this. That's why we've been as vocal as we've been, right? We're trying to save you, MAGA demons. But like I said, this is part of the ultimate MAGA reward.
Yes, it is. Wow. See, the thing about it is that I have never been at the position of trying to educate them on nothing.
Right.
I mean, ever since I started this thing, with you and, you and your gang and everything like that, my position has always been that they don't care about facts.
Yep.
So why present them with any facts? I mean, I love the way that you and attacking and whoever else, Ange and everybody that come up there and, bring the facts. But, it still doesn't.
Prince, keep it up, Prince. We're celebrating. Yeah, I get it.
You always get on my nerve every time I go live.
It's a good day. Let them celebrate. Donald Trump got some more bad news, and the MAGA tears are flowing.
He got his favorite toy. Zeus is a blueberry.
The blueberry
that he runs around with.
Isn't that so hilarious?
Blueberry. Yeah, Struggle Buns, Struggle Bubbles. Yeah, he got one of your blueberries in his mouth.
Anyone seen this knucklehead? He hasn't been around lately, huh?
No, he hasn't been around, and you know why?
Because done.
He knows that it's over.
Yeah.
He knows that it's over, and he knows he's a loser, and he's been knowing that he's a loser for all this time.
Yep.
He just doesn't want to, admit it, and he's trying to save face, but there's no saving that face.
Nope.
Not one iota. Sorry, Struggle Buns.
Yep. I'm here for it. I love seeing every day we're getting closer to November. I love seeing the happiness flee him, and he's getting real sick right now. I mean, it's really
Yeah, getting pale. Getting
yeah.
real pale these days, right, Zeus?
All he got to do, all he has to do is stop supporting this guy and start focusing on, other things, but he won't let it go.
And them eyebrows is getting grayer and grayer. More and more gray little strands is popping up in them eyebrows. He is stressed the hell out. You know what I mean?
Get him, struggle pancakes. Get him again. Honey buns. Struggle in the way. Yeah.
Yo.
He's a struggler. Get my steaks, bro. Get my steaks, bro.
Get everybody's steaks ready. Everybody, including mine, because I want mine too.
Yep, get Miss Boss Diva her steaks
follow me everywhere I go. Struggle buns, cut it out.
Yep.
Anyway, much love to you, Zeus. Thank you for having me up,
You're
sweetheart.
Welcome. All right,
ladies and these streets, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Boss. We got a bunch of, look at these Trump supporters are in their feelings this morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, their feelings. All right, good morning. Who do we have this morning, this bright and early? Who is this? Elizabeth, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
All right, is this our first time doing business?
I think so, yeah, but I've watched your lives quite a bit. I like them a lot. So
okay, well, I got to ask some questions. I got to ask some questions,
sure.
and then we'll get into whatever it is you want to talk about. All right. First question: in your opinion, was the 2020 election rigged?
Absolutely not. One of the most valid elections in the history of time.
All right. Good answer. Next question: who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Oh, Trump incited it 100%.
No lies.
His followers. Yep. Among his followers as well, who did the actions themselves.
These are the right answers for those of you who are out there listening. All right, these are the correct answers. And last and final question: do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
No.
Let's go. Thank you, Elizabeth. All right, what do you got for us? This bright and early, and you passed the test. All right, thank you.
Thank you. I feel honored to be on your live. I wanted to say the amount of parallels between, I'm going to try to be TikTok polite or whatever.
Yeah, keep it clean.
Mustache Man or Shitler.
Oh,
that's another
now that wasn't clean. Now, wait a second.
Okay, so I'll say. Okay, so well, I don't want to say the actual word, but anyways, the amount of parallels. So first of all, that mustache man wanted to make a spectacle of things. He was big on it. Yep. Who else does that? And who does it with T-shirts, hats, and it's even the same color, the red color.
Yeah, the red hats.
The parallel between that, that same man who caused all those atrocities also talked about fake news. And if you watch documentaries about them, the parallels between them is uncanny. It's unreal.
Wow.
In fact, in some ways, I have a little bit more respect for the mustache man because at least he served in the military and didn't get out of it because of bone spurs, like a spoiled brat with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Cut it out, Jim.
But then also, he's if you read Project 2025, it's extremely scary. Everybody needs to go read that. And he talks about internment camps. If you think about what those internment camps are, the mustache man called them internment camps.
Yep.
And then it turned into something very dark. And my adoptive father's side of the family is Jewish, so they experienced some of these atrocities. So, but you have to read Project 2025. He does not care about anybody but himself.
Right.
One of his biggest motives for becoming president would be to get out of all these charges and court because he doesn't want to have to pay out, and he doesn't want to be in trouble. He doesn't want to be incarcerated. And if he wants to help the American people, why is he taking money from them?
Amen. By the way, the audience is loving the song you're playing in the background. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, they're saying turn it up, but I don't want you to just because you only got a little bit of time. But Good choice, by the way. I love that song. All right, let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you. But yeah, I feel like if you sit down and watch, unbiased, sit down and watch a documentary on the Mustache Man and really think about it and read Project 2025, you will see. And then not only that, but why do you think Trump is friends with all the dictators? Birds
Bingo.
of a feather flock together.
Bingo.
He wants to become one. That's why he's friends with all of them. But anyways, thank you very much. I
You're
love how
welcome.
you do your lives. You do
All
a
right.
great job.
I try my
and I'll
best.
keep listening. So
All right, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for having the courage and conviction to be able to get in the box and tell the truth and keep up the good music. All right.
absolutely. Here.
All right.
For a minute.
Hey. Hey.
Have a blessed day, you guys.
Thank you.
Go Blue. Have a blessed day.
Go Blue. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. We are, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are cooking with grease, hot grease. Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time for me to go, but I got to get through as many of us as we can. Good morning, Jess. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm great.
What do you got for us?
Oh man, where to begin? Retribution is a professional gaslighter, and I'm gonna need him to have several seats and leave Vegas Girl alone.
Good.
Let's play MAGA or not.
Okay, I love that game.
So in 2015, someone had unalived 9 black people in South Carolina, and a person in response erected a 80-foot Trump flag and Confederate flag and placed an ad in a newspaper blaming Democrats and the
MAGA, put a 1 in the chat if you think it's MAGA. It's MAGA. I knew the first word I knew it was MAGA. Unhinged, domestic terrorists, racist, traitors. Yes, MAGA. Simple.
He put lock her up on the side of his barn.
Wow.
And vote for Trump.
Wow.
All
I
on
knew
the
it.
side of his barn.
Wow, on his barn. Hilarious. Sick
This
stuff.
person-
This is sick.
Yeah, this person's insane, and he was able to get away with all of this, placing an ad in the town's paper. Wow, that's gross.
Yeah. This, ladies and gentlemen, is truly the most dangerous threat to our country. While they try to focus on immigration, it's not that, it's them.
Yeah, it 100% is. And here's another Trump supporter. I know this is famous for everyone, and I just need a reminder for everyone. Richard Spencer was a Trump supporter and did the HH salute when Trump was elected and later got punched in the face in an interview.
Yep.
So
I remember.
We're not the same.
And we're not two wings on the same bird either.
Yeah. And do you remember when Joe Biden used our foreign adversary's political opponent as an example of what's happening to him? Mm-hmm. Was that him or was that Trump?
That is Trump. That's MAGA.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand this. Experts say that Trump would gut our U.S. intelligence and put us in even more danger.
Wow.
Mike Flynn, someone he appointed, was caught lying to the FBI about his contacts in Russia.
Wow.
We're not the same.
Nope.
And I'm tired of hearing it. People that I respect a whole lot are saying that they don't think Joe Biden would win today. And I gotta say that over half of America says that they will not vote for Trump.
Yep.
And you know what I gotta say is that maybe the far left might be a little bit louder than what everyone is expecting.
Yeah.
And talking about their disapproval of what Joe Biden is doing. But the majority of America has spoken, and we do not want that orange buffoon.
Nope.
And for all my fake
detected.
Christians out there, go read Isaiah 29:13 and Matthew 7:21 through 23. Saying both sides are an issue invalidates the facts, and we know who supports science, we know who supports democracy, we know who supports voting rights, bodily autonomy, children, and the working class people. And I heard my bell. I'm very sorry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Jess. No lies detected. She even gave y'all some Bible chapters and verses to go study, you fake TikTok hosts, you fake Christians. All right, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Nutty Professor.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Doing fine, doing fine.
All right, I haven't seen you in a while, bro. I was a little worried.
No, I got deployed, so I'm
okay.
I've been listening.
All right.
I know somebody. Well, I know of somebody that has the $2 billion that Trump needs.
Who?
It's his son-in-law.
Oh, Jared Kushner.
His son-in-law didn't even offer that. What about your daughter? Your own daughter didn't even talk to her husband and say, "Can you bail my daddy out?" That speaks volumes because he's got the money.
Yeah.
So yes, Jared Kushner is a true billionaire.
Yeah.
But so Zeus, I'm a thousandaire, right?
Hey, listen. That's good where I'm from. A lot of folks don't make it there, Nutty. Can I borrow $2?
Hey, no, brother. You can just have $2.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
I'm a thousandaire.
There you go.
How would it look with me being a thousandaire? I can't afford $500.
Oh, that would look nasty.
It's the same thing with Trump, y'all.
Yeah.
This supposed billionaire can afford $454 million. Well, so that proves Takesha's point even more. Y'all can't count. Because a billion is more than million.
Yep.
So
tell him, Nutty.
Takesha's point. So
and didn't he say Mar-a-Lago is worth billions, like almost $1 billion? I don't understand why he's all of a sudden so broke. I don't get it.
He said something foolish like that.
Yeah.
Like, look, listen. All these properties that he's got, and nobody's denying that he has properties. I wouldn't be trying to get to no insurance company. I'd be like, okay, put this one up for sale. Let's go.
Yep.
If you are so innocent and you think that you can win on appeal, put the money up, because if you win on appeal, guess where all that money goes back to? It goes back to you.
Yeah.
So put the money up or shut up. MAGA. This proves to you that nothing the man says is true.
What, Robert, what has liquid money got to do with this, Robert? Seriously.
Right. Listen. Who knows anyone better than their own family members, right?
Yeah.
With Mary Trump, she can't scream with a louder megaphone. She has been screaming for years, telling the American people, do not trust my uncle.
Right.
And what motivation does she have to tell people to not trust her own uncle? Y'all stop being so stupid. That's not political right there.
Tell him.
That is not political.
Even Melania isn't hanging out with him. What does that say?
Melania is ghost. Melania got what she wanted. Her parents are American citizens now. She got her green card. And she's got millions in the bank somewhere.
Yep.
And she got the status. Melania got everything she wanted. Melania is out. She took those deuces.
Yep.
Like Takesha said, she got tired of smelling him. She got sick of him. But I heard my bell. I know you're trying to get out of here. Good to be back in the kingdom, brother.
All right, brother. All right. Stay safe and keep up the great work you're doing, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Nutty Professor a round of applause. No lies detected. Oh, my God. All right. I see you, Lex. I see you, brother. Don't worry. I'm going to get to you before we wrap up this show. If you still there. All right. I know you staying fresh in the latest designs. All right. Good morning, brother Swervin. How are you doing, my good friend?
Zeus, you know what? It's Monday, which is a fun day.
Tiff.
I'm above the ground, and I'm still dealing with these MAGA clowns.
Let's go. No lies detected.
I'm doing all right. So listen, let's jump straight into it. So Trump been bragging all these years about what a billionaire he is. but he can't come up with this money. Now, no insurance underwriters are willing to loan him the money. In which case, they're not going to loan him the money. They're going to give it directly to the court system, so it won't even touch his fingers. So I guarantee you, he's figuring out some kind of grift right now. Maybe Trump socks, or Trump home weave products or something.
Yes. Yes.
Like the home soul glow products coming to America, right?
Yeah.
He gonna have them home weave products going on so you can get the same kind of bird's nest on your head like he got. But it's gonna be some grift. These people gonna keep sending them that money while at the same time complaining about the economy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm worried about kitchen table problems. Really? Such as what? You don't have a kitchen table? Well, no, I got a kitchen table, but I can't afford to put groceries on that table.
That part.
Well, that's weird because, well, first of all, my groceries go into a cabinet or a refrigerator or a deep freezer. Secondly, when it comes time for me to take things out of those cabinets, refrigerators, or deep freezers, there's plenty in there because I know how to budget. I know how to finance.
Yes.
And I'm not sending some goofy, deranged, lunatic maniac of a politician every spare dime that I have.
Right.
See how that works, MAGA?
Yeah.
See how that works?
Do you feel bad about them not having any money, Swerve? Do you feel
Not
bad?
at all. No. No, I mean, Zeus, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
All right.
Okay? If I decided to clean out my 401k and I said, you know what, instead of paying off my house so my wife and I can live comfortably for the rest of our lives, I'm going to take that money and go buy a big old RV.
Oh.
Because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
No matter what everybody else wanted, I wanted it. I wanted the big old RV.
Yeah.
And then I come home with it. My wife goes, "Well, where's it? Well, baby girl, here's that money. I spent it on this."
Yeah.
Okay, why didn't you spend it on us? Well, who cares about us? This is what I wanted. That's how Donald Trump is. It don't matter what everybody else wants. It's what he wants. And right now he want the money. He gonna get all the monies. He gonna grift y'all for every dime you got. And y'all gonna keep on giving it to him while complaining about the cost of a dozen eggs.
Bingo.
That's what I find hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean,
we all see it.
I can barely stop laughing since I saw the news article a little while ago where he couldn't get an underwriter. I could barely stop laughing.
Right.
I mean, this is the best, and I know it's only Monday.
Yeah.
So this is the best news I've heard all week so far. So it's only going to go up from here.
Yeah, you're right.
And this is why people stop coming around. This is why Struggles ain't coming around no more, because he's sitting there going, okay, how can I keep sitting here in good conscience saying that we're winning when we're clearly not winning?
Clint, you can't, bro.
You're not winning anything. I mean, it's like a bad football game, dude.
Yeah.
Your score is 0. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But
Smiling Wolf says he has to send Trump more. Okay, Smiling Wolf, go right on ahead. Bro.
Yeah, you go ahead and send him all you got, brother, because I'm sure he'll appreciate you.
Brother or sister, I don't know, Smiling Wolf. Whoever you are, send it.
Now, Smiling Wolf, when you send that $10, ask yourself, where's he gonna get the other $500 million? Ask yourself that question. You go ahead.
Oh, Kim, you have it too? Brother. Oh, wow. Look at all these Trump supporters. Why do you have it? Send it to your leader.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, it's not your money. Send it to Donald. He needs it.
Zeus, I can't with these people this morning, man. Look, I'm gonna go try to get myself some rest, man, and just take stock because I'm just clowning.
Yeah.
I'm also planning for a trip to New York soon.
Okay.
For when my stepdad passes away.
Okay.
I just wanted to say real quick, I appreciate the kingdom and all their well wishes towards my family.
Yes.
My stepfather is in home hospice care right now.
Oh no.
And it's probably not going to be too much longer.
Yeah.
But so I just appreciate you and the kingdom and letting us have this platform and letting the kingdom be able to hear me. And thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
All right. Keep up the good work, brother, and stay safe out there. Don't let these folks get you worked up, all right? And our condolences go out to you and your family, all right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. You be good. You be safe. And doggone it, have fun while you're doing it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give
And
it
if
up to
you come
brother.
across $500 million, let your boy Trump know.
Okay, all right, I will and I shall. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to brother Swerving. All right, no lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we are well into overtime. Oh my God! All right, listen, who do we have right here? JDB.
Hey, Zeus, I want to start out telling you run a good live, man. Positive
Okay.
and informative.
All right,
But
this is
I also want to tell you, I'm stepping up in here. I'm a graduate of a Ivy Leiden high school with a 2.2 GPA. I'm the king of cheap beer, expensive whiskey.
Okay.
And I won a world championship last year.
Okay, all right,
Rock,
really?
paper, scissors.
Wow, really?
I want to give you a laugh, dude.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to come up a little bit and talk about earlier in the live. I was talking about something called smear and fear.
Mm-hmm.
And this was if everyone's, when you remember after the civil rights movement, the parties flipped.
Yes.
And the Dixiecrats went over to the Republicans because even though they like unions, they would not believe in integrating schools, right?
Okay. Yes.
So the deal was that the intellectual hold on politics was going to the Democrats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what Rove realized was rather than they were not going to win arguments, fight discussion by discussion, right? So he implemented this thing, and Karl Rove is, I don't like him as a Republican, but he's one of the greatest political strategists ever.
Right.
Smear and fear was this. It's like, don't argue case by case. Just say fake news.
Yeah.
Discredit it all, right? So that concept came from Lugenpress. The mustache man.
Yeah. See,
his first step was discrediting the press and attacking educational. So remember that time of the liberal elite they were talking about. Okay.
Yes.
And so smear and fear says they're all lies.
Smear and fear.
And then you have to. So unfortunately, fear and a common hatred is apparently stronger than love, and it's.
You think so?
I think so, man.
Maybe within MAGA, I think, but I think to me, I tend to be on the side that love is kind of actually stronger. I
want it to be. I really want it to be, brother. So there's no common bond other than a shared hatred.
Well, that's what MAGA. I agree.
You see what they do is they smear, and then they add fear in, right? So
yep.
When you look at people in especially the southern states voting against themselves because they're the states that receive the most benefits, all you got to do is throw in what a black welfare mom, a commie, a socialist.
Some of that propaganda, sprinkle it with some propaganda and things like that, right?
Right, and so that's what they do. It's absolutely insane that they pull this off all the time. It's literally they have people voting against themselves.
I mean, and you can't make this up. And I wish what you were saying was false, but it's true. And this to me describes the current Republican Party or the MAGA Republican Party, right? They're voting against themselves. You saw it with Kate Cox, right? Stripping women's reproductive rights away, right? And then next thing you know, who's the victim? You. It's the story that's told over and over in the Republican Party.
So Zeus, I'm a 10-year special ops guy. I served in the 75th Ranger Regiment.
Oh, well, thank you for your service. All right.
One of my high school buddies was a Naval Academy grad, and he flew helicopters in the Marine Corps. So we were talking after, because when Trump, I don't know how you guys felt, but when Trump won the first election, I was flabbergasted.
I was definitely disappointed.
I could not believe what was going on. So I called my friend Danny up, and I say, Danny, my God, didn't you think we were better? And he said, I did. I mean, the country.
Yes.
And you know what? But at least we know where they are now.
Yep.
They're not hiding under rocks. They've exposed themselves. Let's go.
Let's go. And we're going to make sure that we hold them accountable this year once again. All right. We're going to beat them at the ballot box. All right. JDB. All right. Now, listen, brother, I appreciate you waiting and coming up and sharing your truth. And I do hope to see you again, my brother. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for your service once again. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving JDB a round of applause. No lies detected. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're well past overtime, and Zeus does have to get up out of here, but I'm going to try to get a couple of more people up in here before I go, and then I really got to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an awesome show. It really has been, and thank all of you for tuning in and hanging in there. Good morning, Tiff. How are you doing?
Good morning, and the juicy with the truth.
Yes.
Hello, Kingdom. Hey, everybody.
Yes.
How are you feeling, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. Great, actually, after that news that Shay shared with me came out.
Oh, man. Right? I want to start here. What is wrong with MAGA? What they don't they don't have Cash App? Why are you not sending the money quicker? Come on, guys. You don't have Cash App, MAGA?
Send the money to Donald Trump, MAGA.
What are you using? You using AOL, Pony Express, U.S. Post Office? I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Or maybe they don't have it.
Did I say that, Newt? Did I say that right?
Are they tapped out of money?
They are. He's drained them dry. All right. You ever seen something drained dry? It's MAGA right now.
I mean,
all right, now keep it clean.
Yep. Struggles are somewhere on the interwebs trying to figure out how to subscribe. You gotta wait a little longer. Okay, I'm getting the content ready for you, baby.
No.
So,
I love it. I really do love it. I'm one of those folks that I'm really patient with people, and I want to see it all the way through, right? And that's what's going on with MAGA, right? I really want to see them at their lowest of lows, all right? Because we kept telling them to cut it out, and they didn't listen.
Exactly. So I wanted to touch on something kind of off topic, but I watched this really despicable mini docu-series on Netflix called The Program. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
I haven't seen it. Sounds like
it's the Southern side out. Sorry, I can't read the comments. Okay, so this just speaks truly like to the core of how conservative thinking is.
Yeah.
Because this documentary basically exposes these like when teens are troublesome. It's kind of like Scientology, Zeus. It's like a whole like cult. And guess who's at the root of all this crap? White, evangelical, Republicans.
Wow. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, why am I not surprised? That are literally being exposed for child abuse. They do not care about children. They have never cared about children. And in actuality, I believe that they want to cause harm to children and women and all those things. That's what it really is. Because we know the things they always accuse us of is the things that they want to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No lies detected. She's not lying. She's telling the truth.
So last night I'm talking to an old friend. And we just started getting into politics, you know, because I can only be surface level for so long.
Right.
And she tells me, I said, wait. I asked her if her boyfriend was a Trump supporter. She was like, no. And I said, are you? And she said, well, I'm a conservative. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Because does the Republican Party even exist anymore?
No.
Right, exactly. So they're red flag.
Yeah.
I said, okay, so you don't. So she started to be like, well, I do believe in women's rights and LGBTQIA, things like that, and voting rights. And well, she didn't go that far.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna land. But like, I just was really thinking, looking at her with a side eye, like this is a problem here.
Wow, I don't know this person, but you know, when they don't give you a direct answer like no.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's very red flag. And okay, Zeus, on this Monday, the last thing I'm gonna say here is like, I think it was Jess that said, we are not the same on the left and on the right? Because here's the thing, and I wrote this down. One party uses the First Amendment to exude hatred, bigotry, and hate speech because they have those extra salty MAGA-tears.
Yeah.
And the other side, the more left, more educated side, they try to educate and give facts and things based in science, all those things.
Yeah.
And you know, we're not the same at all. And if you want to roll me out with salt shaker because you know the MAGAs are salty today, I would appreciate it.
I would, but I'm in a little bit pressed for time. All right.
All right, give me next time.
All right.
Love y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful tip. Tip for the people. No lies detected. All right, ladies. All right. Let's bring up Lex. Good morning, Lex. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? All right. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Lex always coming through with the latest threads. There you go. All right. Cooking on them. What do you got for us?
You know this song, don't you?
Yeah, I do know it. Go ahead, brother.
You broke. Don't know you broke. Your life's a joke. I hope you choke. And you can get choked.
Hey.
No poke.
Woo.
The bank said nope.
Oh.
You ain't got no hope.
Oh.
Gotta call the Pope.
Oh.
You gonna mope. And you can't cope. Donald Trump, you broke.
Hey. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. He is broke.
Margie Taylor's pose. She got fold. Don't want to see her no more. Joe. Can't mess with Joe. Cause y'all some, I can't say that on here, but yeah.
Yeah, keep it clean. Go ahead, brother.
Go.
Woo!
You broke.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Broke.
He broke.
Broke it, he broke.
Too much.
Broke it, he broke it, he broke.
Sing it, brother. No lie. That was a good one. I love it when you bring the music in like that and you got something special for MAGA because you know if they can't get it in the debate or you know the talking format, that music, you know, something about the bass line and the piano and the guitar, something about that helps get the message across to these MAGA demons. So thank you, brother.
You know something? You were talking about January 6th and the lady that got trampled.
Yeah.
Do you know she was carrying a "Don't Tread on Me" flag?
Oh, God talking to her, ain't he? That's how that's how you know God talking to you, right there.
Well, she was carrying a "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and she got tread upon.
Nasty.
But yeah,
Nasty.
you know, the level of I don't understand. They're getting worse because they're losing.
Yeah.
You know, if he can't pay that, then they're going to take planes and trains and automobiles. They're going to take his rouge that he wears on his face and the wig. Take a Mar-a-Lago and then y'all give him $5 a piece and his GoFundMe quit working for him. That's only paid the interest.
Yeah. No lies.
I ain't got no money. Nobody cares for me.
Ooh. We got to make a song about this ultimate MAGA reward. I think it's time. We need to do the ultimate MAGA reward. All right, it's here. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see Donald Trump in rare form. No makeup, broke, in prison. All right, with no hope because he's losing badly. This is some nasty, sick stuff for you traders.
Yeah, he's got until March 25th to get that money, or they're going to get that plane first. I guarantee you. First thing going is that plane.
Right. Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it was made in 1974, though. I don't know. Y'all think that plane is greatest from 1974 or 5?
Oh.
Then he had to come to you guys and beg you for money to fix it.
Oh.
So if he's a billionaire, where are we?
Bye-bye, airplane. Bye-bye. They call it Trump Force 1. Bye-bye, Trump Force none.
Yeah,
Trump Force none. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I know where to find it. It's parked right next to Rick Ross's airplane at K-Tamiami Airport.
Well, he might have to ask Rick Ross for a ride. If
Rick Ross ain't gonna give him. Rick Ross can't stand him. I've heard that personally.
Yep, I've heard it too. Nope.
So yeah, guys, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was going to do something different.
Yeah.
But then the news came out, and I had to revert back to the you broke. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, that's on you. You could have stayed rich and not been the president, or you could try to rule the world, which never works for dictators.
Tell him.
You know it's by Mussolini because he wound up hanging this way by these.
Oh, Lord, nasty. But you're right. That's what happens when you worship evil, when you worship the devil. You go out like a sucker. All right?
All right, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Brother Lex. No lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's been one heck of a show. Sorry I won't be able to get to the rest of you, Miss Morningstar. I hope you do forgive me and everyone else. All right, stick to rule on all of you, Hero, Dark Man. But I'm so sorry, but I do gotta wrap it up and get started with all the other matters that come, that are happening in the kingdom today. But before we get up out of here, I want to land the airplane. Thank you, Rick. You've all done an amazing job helping to make this show be what it is, all right, and I do appreciate it, all right. I want to give a special thank you to the subscribers, gifters, to my moderators, and the panelists. You all deserve a round of applause for keeping this show exciting, entertaining, and educational. You really deserve it. All right, and one last round of booze and shame, ladies and gentlemen, for the Zeus haters out there. You know who they are. They are our critics. They are our detractors. These are the people who continue to dwell in lies and misinformation. They're not Christians. They're fake. They're fake Christians. They're not patriots. They're traitors. They take information from Vladimir Putin in the Kremlin, and they bring it here to the United States to poison the minds of the American people. But they're not going to be successful, ladies and gentlemen. But they are here, and let's give them what they deserve. Our final round of booze and shame. Get them out of here. ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. I'll be right back here tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. And to all of you Trump supporters, give it up. All right? Give it up seriously. Donald Trump will not win in November. He's going broke, and you are too. Goodbye, Jimmy. Get back in the basement, Jimmy. Mom said get back there, all right? Jimmy, get back in there. Go back with Snuggles. Get him out of here.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Southern Delight. Jesus Christ. Y'all be making me work overtime. RC Dubs, thank you. All right, Angel, Shanna. All right, Slick is Rick. Let's go. DJ Sound Chaser. Let's go. Lady Rima.
I'm fired in the eagle and got bread on me too.
Took a long time to get here. Goldstead, thank you.
Like a bum. Get away from
Love you too, Mystica. All right, Yvonne, thank you. Anita, thank you. Rick, you know what we gotta do. Hey, yo, let's go. DJ Cat, let's go. Hey, Tony, my man. Mark, thank you, brother. I'm doing my best. You can see me. All right, Lady Rima, let's go. Tiffany for the people. And wow, yeah. And you always do that. I love you so much. Reggie. We hit the goal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. That's why they call me Zeus. You see Retribution? That's why they call me Zeus. And that's why you're where you're at in the comments section, all right? And you need to stay there because you don't know nothing. You and your brother, conservative Democrat. You know what? I got to give it to you. At least you showed up today. You showed up today. Snuggles didn't. I love you too, Ann. Stacey Jones. Yes, the blue wave is coming. Mary Francisco. Marisol, thank you. Dark Mid-Atlantic. Yes, I am very hungry. And you guaranteed to lose. Oh, there he is. Oh, Snuggles, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Darby, thank you. Snuggles, you did a good job listening to this special broadcast, bro. I'm surprised. Now give me my steaks, bro. And you better place the order through my friend Yazzie, all right? Struggle Bubbles. Snuggles, send them your 401k. Can you do that for us? You and Jimmy, you guys ought to put your lunch money together and send it to Donald Trump. You should walk to the post office, put those quarters in there, and put it in the mail, put the stamp on it, Snuggles, and mail it to Mar-a-Lago while it's still there. And guess who's still working on Fonnie Willis?
I just want to find 11,780
Okay, we're gonna get those votes. All right, just come on to Fulton County, sir, and we're gonna get you those votes that you were looking for. Fonnie Willis got some right. Hey, Reggie, let's hit her with the Jack Smith remix.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Hey,
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Not a witch hunt.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted.
And they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Thank you, Valerie.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump
my God,
hater.
y'all got me working overtime. Oh yes. Before I get up out of here, you know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you know how Donald Trump sounds. You know when he thinks he's going to win, right? This is where he's at right now. All right, remember when he's going to win an election, he talks real big.
We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military.
Right.
We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
Remember all that
winning? Win more.
And then this is what happened after he lost to President Biden. Snuggles, come a little closer.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh. Because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Nick? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous
He's about to
victory.
cry, right? You can hear him. He's about to cry, Mac.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country.
Wow.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Donald Trump, cut it out. That right there needs to be some. If there's a comedian out there, please do that right there. That is great stand-up comedy material right there. All right, I got to get out of here. This guy Trump is making me laugh today once again. But before I do, let's drop the bomb.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
That's right. You ain't black. You ain't nothing but a modern-day slave. And Zeus